it.
Welcome back to the RaceNuts podcast.
Episode 14, mate.
Yeah, 14. Bit of a short one this week. We only had one event really running around, which is the Formula 1 Spanish Grand Prix.
Yes. I didn't even know it was on, honestly, before we were doing this. I don't know.
You really didn't miss much. I put it this way, I notoriously don't watch them in bed because I know I'll eventually fall asleep.
Yeah.
I took the gamble. I watched it on the iPad with my phone on a 10-minute timer.
Oh, like a wake up kind of fucking
so
thing?
if I do fall asleep, I'll just I'll just wake up, see what's happening. But
oh yeah, just look at the totem and fucking off you go, or your eyes perk up and you're as awake as you've ever been.
But no, not really missed much. Norris on pole.
Yeah.
Norris really pulled a lap out of nowhere, which is starting to make people wonder: is this actually a proper showing that Red Bull are struggling?
And have
that
Red
Bull
maxed
are no longer
out, yeah.
the dominant team. Obviously, they're still the best, and they're going to win the championships.
Yeah.
But they're not going to walk away with it, as they did last year. Yeah, so Norris edged out Verstappen for pole position. But it didn't last long as both Norris and Verstappen raced each other to turn 1.
Mm.
To turn 1, followed by George Russell getting the slipstream effect from all three of them, because he started 4th.
Yeah, tell me more.
And then he just went around the outside. Norris was forced to back out of the corner, so Norris dropped to 3rd. Russell took the lead, and then pretty much led for 2 laps. Then Verstappen got DRS, and he just literally sailed by him.
Mm.
But it seemed though, over time, Norris did get past Russell through the pit stops. And the real showing is McLaren had better late stage speed in their pace and in their tyres, because coming near the end, nowhere near enough to actually sort of really win against Max, but he was clawing Max in by about 3/10 a lap for the last 15 or so laps. Being 20 seconds behind, pretty much nullified that fact anyway.
Yeah.
And then I think it might have been with 9 laps to go, Hamilton on slightly newer and fresher tyres took Russell for 3rd. So that's Hamilton's first podium this year.
On him. Good job.
But that's pretty much the story of the whole Grand Prix.
Just
Piastri came home for 7th. Ricciardo qualified shockingly in 18th, but it's getting hyped up a lot over here. Oh, Ricciardo's bad again. Oh, he's at 18th. I saw on Channel 9. No, another shock Q3 result. Blah blah. Yuki was literally 1 car in front of him.
Yeah.
It's shits me when it's it's Ricciardo, bro. The other team car was 1/10 in front of him.
Yeah.
It's not really a big shock when both cars, don't make the cutoff.
Yeah. And they both suck ass.
Yeah. But that, that's pretty much out of that thing. Did you see, obviously you didn't even know the Grand Prix was on. Now, Logan Sargent did not have a crash in the Grand Prix. Well done.
Good on him. Fuck yes.
However, he did have a crash in the parking lot.
What?
So
Come again.
David Coulthard doing a bit for Sky. He's walking around the paddock parking lot for the VIPs, like the drivers and stuff.
Yeah.
And he walks up to this Mercedes sedan.
Yeah.
And the sedan is clearly, when people roll too much to the bollard and they're proper started to bend the front bar of the car on the bollard because they've rolled into it as they're parked.
Yeah.
So David Coulthard's showing that off, and he goes, "You won't believe which Formula 1 driver currently has possession of this Mercedes car." And yep, it was Logan Sargent.
Oh, Sargent.
He's so fucked.
Oh,
I
Sargent.
don't think he makes the end of the season.
Yeah, they might say bye to him at the season break, the summer break.
Yeah, he's definitely gone at the end of the year. It's a case of does he make the end of the year?
Yeah, but
But
shit,
yeah,
God
do
knows
jump into the
Yeah.
jump into the news.
All right. Well, I'm gonna segue us from F1 to F1. We got Aston Martin letting Alonso know that there's no quick fix for its F1 troubles that it's have. In terms of what that means is a development of the car. We've got an article. We got an article here from motorsport.com. They're just saying Alonso was frustrated after his home race at the Spanish Grand Prix, where there was a lack of performance with the AMR 24, leaving both him and Lance out of the points. Throughout the article, it reads that they've been having the challenge is one, yes, developing the car in the right way. One of their biggest struggles is that they have on a long corner, they have mid corner understeer. So obviously there's tweaking with the arrows or some kind of camber. I don't know what you can and can't change on these cars. I mean, I don't have the regs book in front of me, but they've got a lot of fucking around to do. So, Alonso is frustrated at that because that would just suck shit. But yeah,
he's always been known as a very demanding driver, but
yeah,
he's also getting paid a lot of money, and he's in his mid-40s, so suck it up, champ.
Yeah, and team principal Mike Crack has said one of the biggest challenges right now, which kind of is relevant but also isn't relevant, is they've got 5 races in 6 weeks. I don't know. At that level, I don't think you can make excuses, if you will.
Yeah. It's definitely a tight schedule, but at the same time, so is everyone else. And they're not a small team anymore. They're not Racing Point.
They're Aston Martin. That's such a huge name to carry.
Yeah, and even though it's probably not going to go anywhere. Alex, it looks like it's just going to be contract. It's part contract negotiations. What's his name? Adrian Newey did visit the factory a few weeks ago.
Oh, so I knew he had a chat with Lawrence at the back of the pits, I believe.
Yeah, they've had a few chats, and yeah, he did a private on the weekend, no one there, tour of the facilities.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are saying that this is just a big thing to say to Ferrari, or give me the money I want, or I will go to Aston.
Yeah. I mean, all the best to Adrian for that. But if Adrian does come on board with that, I don't know. My brain just wandered off into thinking the average age of a whole team and how Alonso would just bump that right up, as a driver.
So would Adrian Newey. I think he's in his mid.
His 70s, yeah, his 70s. But anyway,
staying with the Formula 1 theme for the next story. Son of Michael Schumacher, Mick Schumacher, is going to compete in a test at Alpine on the 3rd of July at the circuit. What was it? Paul Ricard.
Give us your best French, baby.
That's it. Circuit Paul Ricard. That's its fucking name.
Okay.
It's not my fault they named the track after what sounds like if someone remade Top Gear, but do you want to get sued for saying Richard Hammond? Paul Ricard.
Good joke. I'll be sure.
I'll
get a laughing track on that one.
Yeah,
I want laughing track.
So yeah, him and Mick Schumacher, him and Jack Doohan will both do a private test there in the 2022 car. This is one thing now, this is the first year that they can actually use the new regulation cars for testing, for demonstrations and stuff. Because it's now been more than 2 years. So those cars are no longer relevant.
No, not at all.
Yeah. But they are still chasing Carlos Sainz, which we'll get to that we'll get more of the Carlos Sainz in the driver replacement news. Ash, do you want to pick up with Jet Johnson?
Yeah, so Jet Johnson yesterday, I believe it was, or the day before, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is is it Wednesday? It's Thursday now. Um, yeah, so he's released on his Facebook page, which is where I believe everyone got the information from, that he will not be competing in the Townsville 500 Super 2 races due to mental health. He's just having a hard time right now. Um, well, when I say right now, he has been for X amount of time, years
Mm.
even.
But
Um,
people do be having shit going on.
he does be having shit going on, as he said. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, I just
Do you
had
have some
like.
shit going on?
No, I had like 5 video ads just pop up into my fucking headphones just then. Um, yeah, so he just needs a. He says, here's a quote from him. The stress that he put on him, the stress that I put on myself on and off the track has got the better of me at the moment. Some days I'm not too bad. Others I may as well be carrying a backpack full of bricks around. So he's way down. He's way
Yeah.
down, and
Yeah,
shit, he just needs a fucking break.
yeah. I've always been curious too, and I'd love to get the opportunity next time we're talking to one of those guys around the back of the paddock if the name helps or hinders. Because like I can imagine having the name like Johnson or Richards or etc. Would obviously open a lot of doors, but also puts a lot of expectation on your shoulders.
Absolutely. I mean, for I think I'm right in saying both. Like when we talk about Richards and Johnsons,
Mm.
there's at least 2 generations there of.
Free.
Well, yeah, sorry, well, 2 generations until you get to the current generation, at least, kind of thing, where the pressure is the most heavy because
Yeah.
your dad's or
Well,
family
that's one thing with like
above you.
yeah with Steve Richards.
Yeah,
His father Jim was still racing when he
yeah,
obviously they were at that crossover point where he's rising and his dad's sort of coming down, but
yeah,
there was a bit of a crossover. I don't think Stevie Johnson and Dick Johnson had that much of a crossover, and obviously for both Jet and Clay, there isn't
yeah.
really that. Like they're both Steves are both doing racings, but like not
Very
anything crazy.
casually.
Richards does the odd like classic car thing, and then Steve
Yeah,
Johnson's really into the touring car masters.
yeah,
So, but no, anyway, good on him for standing up and
yeah.
doing what
Speaking
he's
up,
got to do.
fucking
Um,
speak. That's really yeah. That's
and it's crazy. It makes me think, especially when we see a lot of the shit that goes around on socials. I'm not going to name the driver because I can't remember exactly who it was, so I'm not even going to try. I never listened to a V8 Sleuth podcast or I want to say 12 months ago
yeah,
with a former driver who used to drive in the early 2000s, off my memory. And he was
yeah.
talking about like he was under pressure because he was with a large team. The usual auto sports shit, so and so isn't performing. How long will the team tolerate this? Blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And in the background, that like no one really knew except all his close mates was like his partner had just lost a child. And
Oh
like,
shit, was hitting the fan.
yeah, he was putting a lot of his own money into that seat, and his business was failing at the same time. Plus, his own driving problems, and he was losing sponsors.
Yeah,
I think about it now, like especially with some of the shit going around, going like you got no idea what they're dealing with in the background.
oh fuck no. Like they're all PR'd up nowadays and all this and that.
But yeah, what I'm saying is like if I had all that kind of shit in the background, and then I had some punter come up to me like, "Oh mate, you should fuck off out of the team,
Yeah.
you shit house." I think I'd start swinging. Like I'd
Yeah.
fucking explode.
Yeah, yeah. Just that would be like the final straw, and let alone catch you on a bad day kind of thing.
Yeah, catch her on a bad day and catch these fucking fists. Probably should lump this in with the Formula One stories, but I've got police find no criminal infringement in leaked Mercedes email. So this is a leaked open email to a bunch of journalists. Apparently came not from the same email, but went to all the same journalists and news outlets and high-ups of Formula 1 that got the Horner email earlier this year. It's an open letter from an unnamed Mercedes staff saying that they are not pleased with the sabotage that Lewis Hamilton is getting. That apparently his car's deliberately getting older components. Toto is deliberately instructing that he receive the worst of strategies to benefit Russell, and as punishment for Lewis leaving.
Mm.
Whether criminal. I'm gonna stop. Bro, can you tell I scoffed down dinner about 30 seconds before I got on this podcast? Where the criminal aspect comes in was at the end of the email, it says that they will not tolerate Toto Wolff trying to put a death note on Lewis Hamilton's career. That's pretty much a direct quote. I'm paraphrasing off the top of my head, but that's pretty much a direct quote. And here's why Mercedes asked for UK police to look into it as a death threat, and they found that. Which, if you read the full email like I have,
Yeah.
It's not a death threat. Maybe poorly worded in some places, but it's reading the full thing in its full context. It's not a death threat, and some people can argue that Lewis is getting sabotaged. A lot of people can also argue because like one of the things is Lewis is getting pushed out of meetings and stuff like that, which is pretty standard for when a driver leaves. They're going to stop receiving
all the information
meetings about R&D because they're going to a rival next year. And I don't know about the thing about components, but when it comes to strategy, yeah, you're gonna favour the new guy. You're gonna favour the guy that's staying with the team.
Yeah.
Maybe not if Lewis is like 3 or 4 cars ahead of George and he's still getting the shittiest strategy. Okay, maybe there might be a case to add there. I don't have time to sit there and look through it all, but so yeah, that's just some shit going down at Mercedes as per usual.
Fuck yeah. All right, where does that take us next?
Do you want to tell us what's happening down at the Ballarat
Light Car Club?
Club?
Development Victoria just want to build a road for the fucking joint. To sum it up, they just want to extend the fucking road straight through their paddock. But the Ballarat Light Car Club, like, don't get me wrong, it's not funny. It's just fucking dumb. The reason why this car club's getting fucked up. Yeah, they just. I don't know the geography of this place, but they've got works involving the extension of Liberator Drive, which will run through where the motorsport complex currently sits. They've been around for ages. So they were part of the Light Car Club of Australia in 1949, but gained independence as the Ballarat Light Car Club in 91. So they've been around for near 75 years in a sense as a car club, but only a few, like a portion of that is independent. Yeah, they've been looking at alternative sites since 2011, but they haven't found a home yet, a new place. And they hold events there. So they hold carnicross, motocross, and all kinds of things. Autocrosses on their property that they're leasing, and they need land to run.
Right, we're back after that short interruption.
Short interruption, me pulling a fucking microphone cable out.
Yeah. Fuck was that?
We were talking about the Ballarat Car Club.
Yeah, you were halfway through the Ballarat Car Club. And they were looking for alternative sites.
Yes, So they're kind of appealing to farmers in the area because that's what Ballarat has. They have farmers around. um, yeah, they just need a bit of land to fucking run the thing, innit? Um, so I guess the whole best thing that can happen is a lot of people raise awareness about it. Um, and we get shit going. That really sums it up. It's unfortunate to hear because there's a lot of lifetime members and everything. Um, I'm gonna keep saying
Yeah, get used to it. You say that a lot already.
Thank you.
Unlike Adam, I'm not gonna take every single one out of the podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, fucking get around it. If you have any way of helping the Ballarat car club,
Contact
then
them.
get in touch with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't contact us. We don't know.
We don't know.
Well,
We
we-
can. We will
just
just
two
send you
blokes
a
with
message
cameras.
back saying. Yeah, we'll just send you a message back saying contact them and probably link you to their Facebook, and that's it. That's all we can do.
Right.
So
well,
anyway,
I'll quickly smash out the last two stories we got here. So
smash you out.
enough of that. First of all is that Ford has built a Super Ranger.
Oh, the F-150.
That's it, the
thing?
F-150,
Yeah.
and that's
Pikes
won
Peak.
won the Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
Surprising note, so the guy who won it a couple of years ago in a golf, he went a little bit slower than that time that he did at some Golf GTI thing, but obviously he's won this year's event, but still went slower than what he did last year in the 4.2 Superman.
Is that weather conditions kind of thing?
I
Is that
can't remember. I don't think so. It might have been just so I know it's a public road, so it might be just like.
What was Pikes Peak? Pikes Peak forecast, Dan.
I don't know. Dude.
Jane
It
Bundy's shit.
Didn't have it in the article. Second one, and probably the last bit of story is I'm gonna fuck this name right up. Flavio Bellatori has returned to Alpine, formerly known as Renault, as an executive advisor, despite his lifetime ban from the sport. So, Ash, does this name ring any bells for you? Being a reasonably newish fan.
No.
Okay, let me tell you a yarn. Let me cast your mind back to 2008.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't have a fucking chance. Yeah.
So here's the situation. Fernando Alonso's gone back to Renault in the hope that he's going to win another title, and the car's shit house. As Renaults typically are, except for like the 2 years when they weren't. Anyway, he's got a clause in his contract that if he doesn't win a race, he can rip it up. And he doesn't have to come back for the next year. So,
Yep.
Renault really want Fernando to win a race. It's the first time ever they gone to Singapore. And they pretty much go over to, was it Nelson PK? The went over to his teammate PK and he said, look, mate, we're probably not going to re-sign you next year. But if you have a wicked shunt into turn, let's say 9, for example, on lap fucking 50, that would be really awesome if you did that exact thing at that exact time. Which he did.
Yeah.
Which allowed Fernando Alonso to have pretty much a free pit stop under the safety car. He hadn't stopped yet, everyone else had.
Yeah.
And he got out in front and had enough fuel and tyres to last out the race, so he won the Grand Prix. Now, is that kind of fucked? Yeah. That's straight up just fixing the race.
Yeah.
Also, if you're going to do one of these fucked things of cheating, and the premise, the whole idea is that someone will do something to get a contract the following year in 2010, you don't turn around and say, we're going to sack you anyway, because that someone might go to the FIA and tell them everything you fucking did.
It would be a good reason.
It was mate, the fallout was huge. I think Renault got disqualified for the following year. This is where the shit with Massa Because if you nullify that whole result, Felipe Massa's world champion, not Lewis Hamilton. So why the fuck you would bring him back as an advisor? Fuck knows.
Advised cheating.
Yeah, literally.
Oh!
Martin Brundle got him on the grid, and he's like, "Oh, I think Alpine's gonna have a good day." I was like, "Mate, if there's a single one of your fucking car crashes, like I'm gonna be over you, cunt." This video is getting monetized. Anyways, that's all I've got to say about that. Silly season. Nothing. Two confirmed lockups in Formula One. Actually, as of time recording, confirmed tonight. Pierre Gasly is extending at Alpine until at least 2026. Lance Stroll is extending at Aston until his dad runs out of money. But for now, we'll say at least 2026. Both their announcements say from 2025 and beyond, which normally wink says it's a 2-year deal with an option after one. So it's 1 year plus one if everything's all sweet. If things aren't sweet, they have the option, like they did with Ricardo, to accept before the second year. Yep. Big one. So this is in the rumour mill. Carlos Sainz going to Williams. Now we don't normally bring sort of Formula One rumours up to this point because they're normally full of shit. But Kim Millman was saying on his socials that he was walking around the paddock on Friday morning and he noticed some extra Netflix blokes there that aren't normally there. And obviously, him being him, he knows everyone around there very well. He went up and said, "Oh, g'day guys, blah blah blah." So, what are you blokes doing here? And he goes, "Oh, Netflix has put on a second crew for this weekend to sit on Williams because Williams has a big announcement." And he goes, righto. And he's gone around and chatted to a few other people, and other people said, "Yep, Williams are going to make a big announcement." The nod on the wink is that Carlos has signed, and then nothing happened. So maybe there's a bit more negotiation happening there, but it was definitely enough buzz that Netflix and big journos were buzzing around the Williams paddock, waiting for the announcement. So there you go. That's interesting.
Yeah, yes it is.
Final one for silly season, but co-driver news: Dean Fiore. Pretty much all but 100% confirmed will partner Jackson Evans in the number 12 DJR-SCJ. That's not the sponsor, but pretend it is. Camaro. That's it, mate. Do you want to take us through what's up this weekend?
This weekend we're going to go fuck up some Vic State race series, mate.
Awesome.
That's what we're doing. We're going to Phillip Island, baby. Woo!
So, yeah.
Do you want more than that?
We've got Victorian Race Series down at Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit. If you're sitting at home, we also got the Austrian Formula One Grand Prix, supported by
sprint
F2
race
and F3. It's a sprint round, with the sprint race being at 8 p.m.
AEST.
Yeah, Australian Eastern Standard Time, Saturday afternoon.
Woo, baby.
And then if you've got nothing to do Monday morning, NASCAR at Nashville, probably at some stupid time on Monday morning, but if you're into it, go for it. Mate, I think that's a full lid. That's everything.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a shit show of an episode, but
thanks for fucking being here, bro.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We'll see you next week with Tales from Phillip Island.
Woo!